This is the road to Darty, Oklahoma. Pronounced by the locals as D-A-R-T-Y, Darty. But it's really spelled D-O-U-G-H-E-R-T-Y. My family and I lived there for 22 years. It was not enjoyable most of the time. It is a rough little town with some really good people and some really bad people and some in between. But the drive to Darty, Oklahoma is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorite places to drive with tree canopies over the road. Very beautiful, and I'm going to share it with you in a minute. We will do a drive-through in Darty, America, and then I will close this Travels with Tucklow episode. It's really not a road you want to travel at night if you're on a bicycle. There are wild hogs that get out on the road, deer that get out on the road that cars run into all the time. During this time of year, rattlesnakes trying to get out of the way. And there's somebody's puppy.
Dumpy.
Somebody dumped another dog.
Two, the other one was in the event center.
Two, my wife said two, the other one's in the event center. All three of the dogs we have are rescues. Our goats are even rescues. The only thing we actually didn't rescue are her chickens and ducks. To the left is the sports fields for Falls Creek Baptist Center. It's a convention center. It looks like it's actually a small town. A lot of lodges in it that different churches use to go to youth camp, a bunch of other things. We'll be at the entrance of it in a minute, but it's a gated community and we're not going in. And this is Falls Creek right there. It's named after Price Falls, and this is the canopied road. I love this stretch of road, as does my wife, as does just about everybody I know. It's a beautiful stretch of road. Earlier, I had to stop and make a phone call to the sheriff's office to report an Angus young bull out on the roadway. It was in the other video. I wish I had $1 for every time I've driven this road in my life, starting when I was a youngster, riding my motorcycle on it when it was a gravel road. Sorry for the wind noise. I can shut that and that'll help greatly on the wind noise. To the left where all those cattle are belongs to the Amos family. Amos, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Susie Amos, the actress, is the son of the guy that the original owner of all
Daughter,
that.
dear.
I'm sorry, what?
Daughter?
Yeah, daughter. I meant daughter. Susie Amos is married to James Cameron, the guy that wrote, directed, and produced the movie Avatar about a planet that had huge creatures on it. He's got another one in the works right now. Do I know Susie Amos? Yes, I do. Do I know James Cameron? Well, he doesn't like me very much, and I'll leave it at that. But yes, I've met the man. He doesn't like most of the people in Darty.
I think the Eagle's Nest is gone.
We're
That's a
approaching the Darty Bridge. It's a long bridge over the Washita River. And there it is. So many times I have crossed this bridge to go home and got to the railroad tracks, and there was a train sitting across the tracks. The most I waited one time was an hour and 45 minutes because I didn't have enough gas in my old van, not the one I've got now, its predecessor, and I couldn't just turn around and go back. I wouldn't have made it to town. However, we've got plenty of gas in the Suburban, so if we have to turn around, we can. But look, no train. It's not much of a town, folks. To the left, the brick building to the left is the post office. Whoa. The rock building to the right is the Darty General Store. And there are some old buildings there to the left that the Senior Citizen Center's in there. I see they're still doing that. And they tore down the old house my son Chris used to live in. From this driveway to the left, all the way down to the corner of this property we used to have, where we used to live. And I smell wood smoke. And there's the old house right over there. It is falling in on itself. I don't miss it. It was some of the worst times I've had in my life. Oh, set that up there. A lot of old memories from this old town, and most of the memories are bad, unfortunately. We're gonna make the block and then take the long way around to Davis, America. I do not miss this place at all. Guess better stop at the stop sign. Bring back memories, sugar?
Oh, yeah.
Any of them good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I have a few good ones, too. One thing this area has that most people wouldn't believe, but quite a few of the local folks now believe it. This part of the Arbuckle Mountains right here is overrun in Sasquatch. People don't believe that Bigfoot lives here, but they do. I won't go into that in detail. I've thought about doing a tutorial, I guess I'd call it, on what to look for if you're actually looking to see a Sasquatch. But I have a friend named Shell Dion that I would much rather you go see her. She's on Facebook. She's got a class she teaches on it online. See, the deal is, it holds absolutely no excitement for me, none at all. When you've been there and done what I've done with these things and what my family's dealt with, I have no desire to go back to it.
Amen.
That was my sweetheart saying amen. Most people would not believe what we've dealt with. I need to get that mask out of the window. I don't know if you can reach it or not. There you go. Good, my wife got them. Now it's the road and the hood of the car, not the mask reflecting light back up into it. We've got a ways to go, folks. I want this whole thing. It'll be about a 20-minute video on Travels with Tucklow, showing going through Darty, America, and then coming down off the hill on the way to Sulphur. I mean, the way to Davis or Sulphur. This is the Highway 110A, and 110 is what we'll be on when we come down off the mountains. Absolutely beautiful view. If the sun's not down before we get there. I don't think it will be. To the left's the county barn. And those folks are going, there's an area you can go fishing if you want to do a walkthrough down there. Lake of the Arbuckles is to our right. It's a big lake. There are bigger ones here in Oklahoma, like Eufaula and Texoma, but it's big enough. And it's a good, fun lake to go fishing in and boating and just to see what's out there. And I'm going to try as hard as I can to take my friends with me on a journey to do that. There. Now that my son Nick's windshield's really dirty. It's almost as bad as the windshield on my van. Not quite though. We're coming up on the curve. Big OS curve. Now you can turn right at this intersection and it'll take you to the lake. That's not how I want to go today. However, in the future, I will do a Travels with Tucklow and Linda going to the lake. Just not today. This will probably be viewed tomorrow or on Saturday. Tomorrow would be the 23rd, Saturday the 24th. Don't know which. We'll have to wait and see. Another thing that's bad about these roads in Darty and surrounding Darty are the nighttime alcoholics, drunk drivers, or drugged up folks.
That's day and night, honey.
Day and night, actually, yeah. What she said. A lot younger, there used to be people come from far and wide that thought they were real tough guys to Darty just to see how tough Darty really was and is. Darty has had a reputation as someplace you don't want to go mess with the locals. A well-earned and justified reputation. I used to be one of those locals. I'm not anymore, thankfully. See by the little indicator on my camera, my battery's getting low, like real low. I hope it makes it until we get to where we come off the mountains. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but I think it will. hopefully we'll make it. We got about a quarter of a mile to go. I'm down to the last bar on my battery. Hot diggity dog, I think we're gonna make it. There's the view. I love you, God bless you, and we will do this again sometime. Bye-bye.
He didn't wait till we got